Good morning. Welcome to your Friday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to get your day off to a good start, and hopefully it kind of influences the weekend also. So we'll just give it a minute here as people find me and pop on. But let's start with some breath. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning to whomever just popped on. Feel free to keep breathing. Oh, it's Beth. Beth, you are the first one this morning. Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. Still no snow in the UP? No snow here. Still, it was very rainy yesterday. We had a lot of rain. So good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. Glad you are here. So we're a little bit soggy yet. I don't know if it's supposed to rain more today, but I was thinking maybe this morning it would be icy, but I don't think it got warm enough for it to be icy. There we go, up and in your bathrobe, ready to roll. No snow, I get it. It is weird, it's very weird. Good morning, Janine, glad you are here. Welcome, everybody's starting to roll on in. This is good. We have a wonderful deck for today. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, good morning. And since we haven't had this deck in quite some time, we've got quite a few new people who are watching during the course of the day. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. I want to read her introduction cards just to sort of lay the groundwork for the card we actually have for today. And I'm just feeling the need. Let's just do some tapping. A little bit of tapping on the chest. Thank you for the sunrise. Much appreciated. Just kind of waking things up, opening things up. And on your belly, patting your belly. We'll do what we do in yoga. So as you pat your belly, you go, I love my belly. And then you pat your butt. I love my butt. I love my belly. I love my butt. I love my belly. I love my butt. I always loved when she did that. I thought that was so funny. Let's do a little butterfly tap. So you cross your arms across your chest. And you're just tapping on opposite sides of your shoulders. That just kind of gets things moving and awakened. And let's tap the top of our head, waking up our brains. So we've got more brain power to put toward this endeavor this morning. So we have the Allowing Prayers deck, 57 Invitations to Spark a Conversation with Your Soul by Siobhan Nash. Good morning, Mel. Glad you are here. Welcome. A whole bunch of Yoopers flying in today. This is good. This is good. Love the UP. It's a great place to be. Allowing Prayers. So again, I'm going to read her introductory cards just to kind of lay the groundwork for the card we actually have for today. It says, hello, dear friend. On the journey of self-discovery, tending the space within is a potent practice. When you turn your attention inward, you connect with your soul and can begin to hear its voice, the voice of your true self. This soul connection creates space and allows you to be with your experience in that moment. And in that moment, you allow the possibility of something different, the experience your true self desires. That was my intention in creating these cards, to help you make space for what matters, you. Each card is an invitation for reflection and connection, allowing you to be more in alignment with your true self. From that place, you can begin taking steps toward living a life that reflects who you are today. And she calls herself, I love her tagline, Innkeeper for your soul. Innkeeper for your soul. I just thought that was so cool. And think about that. Her mission is helping women be the innkeepers of their soul. So how are we doing on that? Being an innkeeper for our own soul. I had some interesting things yesterday that suggest to me we need some help with being the innkeepers of our souls. So went to a Mary Kay event at my director's house and picked up another consultant who had just had a double mastectomy and couldn't drive. And we're at Diane's house, and there were 6 of us total, I think. And the amount of conversation that had to do with taking care of others, parents, children, grandchildren, etc., and the stress associated with that, and then trying to take care of self following something like a double mastectomy. was very striking, very striking. And periodically during the course of the conversation, we were there probably 2-3 hours, noticing the attempts by several of us to move the conversation in lighthearted, positive, hopeful directions, and how easily it went back to what we were all struggling with. What that says to me is we're not getting enough soul feeding. We're not getting enough rejuvenation, support, replenishment, etc. So that's what these cards call for. And in fact, our card for today is allow replenishment. Allow replenishment. So there was that conversation. Then there was a texting conversation with a friend of mine and talking about the difficulties of caring for people and how selfish she felt by wanting to have time for herself. And I just found that so striking that we've been groomed as women to believe that taking care of ourselves is selfish. Whew, that is not a good thing. Not a good thing. So the way these cards are laid out is it's got the allow whatever. In this case, it's replenishment. And Cindy, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you to type in our 2 questions. And what you can do with these questions is, like she said, be contemplative and reflective about the question. You can also use them as journaling prompts. They are great for journaling prompts. So, allow replenishment. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Filling ourselves up. Hold it for a second and let it go. And one more. That is replenishment right there. Taking the time to breathe. That is replenishment, okay? So here's our first question for allowing replenishment. How do you feel when your soul is depleted? How do you feel when your soul is depleted? People have different ways of expressing that, but one that my sister often used when she was in graduate school and here and there still uses is, my mitochondria are tired. The gist being that it's down to that cellular level. Thank you, Cindy, for posting our question. Flat. Beth feels flat. Yep, that's a good one. Sometimes it's non-responsive. We just can't muster any oomph to respond to anything. It's like, yeah, whatever. Burned out? Yep, exactly. Burned out. Irritable. Any of you got irritability going on? Tired. Uninterested. Blah. I mean, there's all these ways that agitated, frustrated. There's all these words that we use to describe what's going on when, and again, I use the analogy of the breath. When we don't have enough inhale and we have too much exhale. And you get depleted. Exhausted down to the marrow. Yes. And look at how we're even able to come up with all these descriptions for what this state of being is like. I'm going to suggest to us that this state of being is far too common. Far too common. Empty. We are not filling up our tanks sufficiently. And we need to get more focused on doing that. And many of you are going to say, yeah, one more thing to do. Now I have to do that. But the second question, I think, will assist us in that. How might you show up differently if you allowed yourself to fill your cup first? How might you show up differently if you allowed yourself to fill your own cup first? And we all know that, right? How long have we been talking about the put on your own oxygen mask first, then assist others? How many of us do that? Do it consistently and do it well. Not so much. Not so much. And one of the things that I said to my friend as we were texting about this last night was what yesterday at this event made me realize is how much we do go on autopilot and do what we have to do and go through our days and whatever, and we get to the end of the day and we're pooped, and we don't really assess and look back and go, okay, how did I do on self-care today? How did I do on meeting my own needs? Good morning, CJ. Glad you're here. Welcome. How did I do on drinking my water, taking my walk, doing my breathing, doing my tapping, doing some journaling, I gotta grab it here. In my handy dandy little clip, I have my morning routine. All the things that I want to do to make sure that my day is including filling me up. So on there, my Deepak Chopra meditation, check. YEMIG, check, in the middle of it. Some grounding activities. My cacao ceremony, I will go do that right after this. Breath work, we do a little bit of breathing on here, but more breathing would be good. Journaling, I already did a page, but I want to do some more yet this morning. My tapping for grounding, some stretching and some yoga poses. Good morning, Bonnie, glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. When I do those things at the beginning of the day, then the tank is full for dealing with the day. Thank you for the sunrise, much appreciated. When I don't do those things, I'm not allowing replenishment. I'm running on empty. Humans do not run on fumes for very long. It's just like your car. You have to fuel it up, don't you? Same with your beingness, your soul. What is your soul wanting? What does it need? Right now, I want you to think about, put it in the feed. You did a great job of putting things in. Yes. Exactly. We need to prioritize this stuff. The problem is yoga in the morning. Yes, it sets the tone for the whole day, doesn't it? Absolutely sets the tone for the whole day. Gets you in your body, gets you connected and appreciating these amazing vessels that we have to move us around this earth. When we get out of bed, we pour the coffee in to try to compensate for the emptiness, and we run on empty all day long. You can only do that so long. And then pretty soon what happens? Health stuff pops up. Your body is knocking on the door saying, hey, I'm running on empty. Throw me a bone here. I need a little something. Connecting with the earth. Yes, that is a beautiful way to fill your tank. I don't care. I have a friend all winter long. She goes and stands outside barefoot. Wants her feet on Mother Earth. Wants to connect, etc. Yeah, lazy and selfish. Those are shitty words. They should not be applied to human beings. There's no such thing. If we wrote down, instead of a to-do list, if we wrote down a done list and looked at that, we'd go, my God, I got a ton done today. And it's that do stuff. Where's the balance? Where's the balance with just being? I think one of the reasons people do like this week between Christmas and New Year's is because it tends to be kind of not much going on, right? Businesses are closed sometimes. I had 2 people yesterday, ta-da, instead of to-do, I love it, yes. I had 2 people yesterday who said, there's something I'm going to be sending out. It's a press release for a grant that we got. And 2 people said, wait until next week. Then people are kind of back online. Yes, this week is sort of the week where we do that inhale to fill ourselves up a little bit. Are you taking the time to do that? Are you doing the inhale? Are you filling yourself up, feeding your soul? So I want to ask you, if I asked you about your dog, what does your dog eat? You could tell me, right? If I asked you, what does your significant other eat? You could tell me, right? If I ask you, what does your soul need right now to fill up on? Can you answer me? can you answer me? For me, it's all the things that are in the clip. So yay me that I know what they are. Now I need to do them. I need to do them. And I need to prioritize them and not allow things to derail me. Derail me. So I want to share Stephen Covey's quadrant idea. And I know I've talked about it before, but again, we've got quite a few new people who've been listening in, and I want to make this point. So if you make a cross on a piece of paper, good morning, Carolyn, welcome, and you have 4 categories. You have the things that are urgent and not urgent, the things that are important and not important. So you end up with 4 boxes, right? Urgent, not important, urgent, important, not urgent, important, and not urgent, not important. What he says, Stephen Covey, is that we waste far too much time in things that are urgent and not important. That's the ping on your phone when there's a text message. That's the email scrolling. That's the social media blitzing you. That's the news. That's all that stuff. It's urgent, seems urgent because of the noises, bells, and whistles that go along with it, but it is not important. And we spend very little time in the quadrant that is important but not urgent. That's things like the stuff on the list. It's not like my breath work practice knocks on my door and says, hey, it's time for you to, there's no little ping that cues me it's time to do that. I need to be responsible for making sure that happens, right? Getting my will done, powers of attorney for health care, going and getting your 10-year colonoscopy. Well, and this woman who just had the double mastectomy said to all of us, she's a nurse, said to all of us, make sure you're getting your mammogram. She said, I was 9 months late on my mammogram, and I went from last year's mammogram being clear to this year's mammogram being a shit show. So, are you caring for yourself? Are you going outside and breathing fresh air? Are you taking yourself for a little drive once in a while? Did you go around and look at the Christmas lights? Did you, let's see, what else would I say here? Did you clear a little clutter that allows you to feel good? The notification thing. I'm glad you're here too. And usually it's around 1/4 that I'm here. Sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's later. But since I'm here every day, I kind of allow myself a little bit of latitude on exactly when I jump on. But I'm kind of a creature of habit. So what else do you do? Do you bless your water before you drink it? Put good intentions in there. Put the stuff in there that you want. So let's say I want robust health. I bless my water before I drink it with robust health. And then I take that in. I imbibe in robust health. What do you want? What is your soul asking for? Let's get quiet for a minute and just listen. Okay, so what I heard from my soul is it wants me to be less strident about things. It wants me to be more in flow. So I will do what I can today to practice that flow. We're going to be heading to Sun Prairie to work on the house we're flipping down there. And it could be the get everything ready, make sure you got it all, blah, 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 go, go, go. No, I can do this with flow. I can ease my way into it and through it and out the other side. Not a problem. So what about for you? What did your soul say to you a moment ago? If you'd like to put it in the feed, feel free. Because as each of us share our ideas of what we got, others can go, ooh, I like that one. That one chimes for me. I'm willing to do that one. Let's see where we go. So allowing replenishment, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to practice today. And the rule of thumb is, and obviously rules of thumb can be adjusted, but 21 days of practicing something for it to become routine. So imagine every morning you get up and you ask yourself, you ask your soul, beloved soul, what is it you need for replenishment today? It might be, I need a nap in the sunshine in the middle of the afternoon. It might be, I need you to journal a little bit. It might be, I need to feel creative. Let's do some artwork. Whatever it is. But 21 days of asking your soul, what is it you need today? And then meeting that need. All right? So here are our questions again. How do you feel when your soul is depleted? And if you look back into the feed, quiet time. There we go. There we go. Yes. How do you feel when your soul is depleted? Look back in the feed and see what everybody said and figure out how many of those chime for you. Are you feeling flat? Are you feeling frustrated? What are you feeling? How might you show up differently if you allowed yourself to fill your cup first? So then we're going to say, how will I fill my cup today? How will I tend to me today? How will I take good care of me? How will I take at least as good a care of me as I take of other people? If you're willing to do something for your dog, are you willing to do it for you? We take far better care of our animals and the humans around us than we tend to take care of ourselves. Time for that to change. That is not selfish. That is not, it's good practice. It's good human practice, all right? So that's our card for today. Allow replenishment. Have an awesome Friday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.